Hey everyone, my name is Alcinextreme and I would like to welcome you to my channel. Today is my Wellness Wednesday tips, but I kind of wanted to start off by giving you guys a background about me. So back in 2009, I actually reached my highest weight of my life. I was over 315 pounds and I decided to opt to start working out. I began taking Zumba and I loved it so much to where I ended up becoming an instructor for Zumba and Zumba toning. And shortly thereafter, I became a ripped instructor. And then my journey just went on from there. For over the last 10 years, I've gotten over 30 certifications, including my personal training certification and specialist in fitness nutrition. I'm very, very versed in different training styles, and I've also competed. I've competed both in bodybuilding and in powerlifting. I kind of like powerlifting a little bit better just because I like to feel strong, but I do like the way I looked as a bodybuilder. So now I'm actually kind of working on a hybrid of both as a power builder. So I want to look like a bodybuilder, but be strong like a powerlifter. So that's where I'm at right now. So, like I said, this is going to be my Wellness Wednesday tips. I'm going to try to do this every week for you guys. Just, things that have helped me over the last 10 years to get healthy. So, today's Wellness Wednesday tip is all about mindset. Okay, so someone who's been extremely overweight and used food as comfort and to deal with all types of anxiety and depression, one thing that I've learned over the years is you have to have the right mindset. For example, one thing that I negated to say in the beginning of this video is not only did I start working out back in 2009, 2010, I actually opted for a weight loss surgery. I got the lap band surgery. Now, I do no longer have my lap band, but in the beginning of when I got my lap band, the doctor told me that I needed to make sure that, I was eating correctly. I had to get to a certain weight before they would even allow me to get the lap band. And then once I was 2 weeks out from my lap band, I had to go on an extremely low carb diet. And then after I got my lap band for that first month, I was basically on liquids. So I was eating, the first 2 weeks was clear liquids. And like the last 2 weeks was just really, really soft foods. So I was eating about 4 ounces of food per meal, which is really, really small when you really think about it. So like that first month, I dropped 30 pounds, which I mean, if you look at how many calories I was eating throughout the day, I was probably getting no more than 500. So yeah, it made sense for me to lose that much weight that fast, and especially for as big as I was. But after that first month, I was still kind of losing weight, but I started gaining it back as well because I was introducing the foods back. And one thing where we're talking about mindset, I still hadn't put in my mind that I needed to reduce my portion sizes and also eat more healthy. I just, was, I guess, at the time thinking, well, I have this lap band, it's going to do everything for me. I could just do whatever I want. And that wasn't the case. So let's fast forward when I started training to be a bodybuilder, I did still have my lap band at the time. And unfortunately, I couldn't eat the way I needed to eat for bodybuilding. It actually required more calories because of how my training was. So it was actually working against me, my lap band. And so a year or so after that, I actually found that we found tumors on my stomach. So I had to have the lap band removed anyway. So once I removed the lap band, it was all on me again. And I realized, okay, if I want to be the healthiest me, I'm going to have to make a conscious decision every single day to make sure I'm getting my water and I'm eating, nutritious foods and things that are going to be, helping me towards my goals. So one thing with mindset too that I want to put out there is whatever you tell yourself all the time, that thought first, when you think, like, let's say you're one of your thoughts is, oh gosh, I will never lose weight. Or in my case back then, I will never, ever, ever be a bodybuilder. If I kept telling myself I will never be a bodybuilder, that thought would then turn into a belief. And once it becomes a belief, it's really, really, really hard to change your mindset on that. Because if you believe you could never do something, then you are going to do that. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that saying before that talked about, whether you can or you can't, you're right. Well, this is what, that's referencing your mindset. So if you believe that you can do it, you can do it. If you believe you can't do it, then you can't do it. So I believe that I could be a bodybuilder. I believe that. The girl who was 315 pounds believed that she was going to get on the stage in the smallest bikini ever and get judged literally on her body. I believed I could do that. It took a while for me to get there. I actually started in 2013 training, and I didn't make the stage the first year because I still was letting a lot of negative thoughts get into my head. So in 2014, when I attempted again, my trainer flat out told me, you need to block out everybody and everything. This is all about you. This is your goal, and the only one who's going to get you there is you. And I meant, it really stuck with me when he said that. And so I had to do it. Those days I didn't want to go train, especially getting on that Stairmaster. I despise the Stairmaster. I'm going to put that out there. But I also think the Stairmaster is one of the best cardio equipments to burn fat too. So it's a love-hate relationship, honestly. But I absolutely hated doing it, but I made a decision that this was my goal and I was going to do whatever it took to get there. So I believed I could do it. I believed that I would wake up every morning and get on that Stairmaster, no matter how badly I hated it. I believed. I thought myself. I talked myself into that. And guess what? I ended up doing that bodybuilding competition in August of 2014, and I placed second place. And it was a huge accomplishment. In fact, I remember going on that stage and, like waiting for me, for them to actually call me out to do my evening show. And they announced me, like, this is Alcine Gross. She's with Team Anspach. I was in Germany, by the way. Team Anspach, and she lost over 140 pounds to be on the stage today. And when they said that, it like hit me like right in the chest, like, oh my God. I did it. I believed I could, and here I am. And I walked down that stage the most confident I've ever been in my life. And whether I won or lost, for me, I was already a winner because I made it. It was the most exciting feeling ever to know that I changed my mind and told myself I could do it. I believed I could do it, and I did it. So it was such an accomplishment. And now this year, here in 2020, back in March, I did my very first powerlifting competition. Now, I only did deadlift only, but it was one of those, I never thought about actually competing in powerlifting until one of my members at my gym that I work at, he kind of encouraged me. He's actually a powerlifter. He's been powerlifting since the 80s. He's 64 years old. He considers himself the strongest granddaddy in the world. He's broke records. Like, he's just phenomenal. And he was like, yeah, he's like, we're going to do this competition. You're going to do it. And, at the time, my deadlift was at 315. That was my 1 rep max, right? He said, for the competition, you're going to do 350. And mind you, the competition was 6 weeks away. And I'm like, 6 weeks away? I was like, man, I've been trying to get past 315 for months. And you think I can do it in 6 weeks? And he's like, yeah, you can do it in 6 weeks. And I said, okay. I'm going to do what you say. So I'm like, he believes I can get 350. I'm going to get 350. And so I trained. I did exactly what he told me to do. And the crazy part was a week before the competition, I got 360. I did 360 for the first time. So I had already surpassed my goal. So the day of the competition, so that whole week I had to deload, for the competition. So that whole week, before, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've already beat my goal. So I'm going to get 360. It's going to be great. So, the first lift I did it at 315, right? And the 315 came up light as a feather, man. Like, it just came right up. Like, I came up so fast, I actually kind of wobbled because of how fast the weight came up. It just felt so light to me. So my second attempt, I went for the 360. And it came up kind of fast, And so for the third lift, one of the other girls that was competing with me, she said, you just need to go ahead and go for 405. And I looked at her and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'll just try for 400. She's like, well, 405, that's 4 plates. It just looks really, really pretty. And I'm like, I get it, but I'm already like, I couldn't believe I already got 360 up and it felt light to me. I was like, I just feel like I'm going to just do the 400, So I did the 400, I got it up, and again, I was just like, oh my God. So at this particular competition, they gave me at a 4th attempt to break the record for my age class and weight. And so I went for the 4th attempt at 405. And I made it, And I could not believe in 6 weeks I went from 315 to 405. But, I think the only reason why I was so successful and making that goal happen was because I had already believed that I could get to 350 in 6 weeks. So since I had already had that mindset going that I can do it, it was, the sky was the limit for me. I probably could have even gotten heavier had I actually believed that I could do more than 405, more than 400. I believe that I probably could have done more. I really do when I look back on it. But, sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. Sometimes we could be our own setback. And that's what this whole video is about. Is I want people to understand powerful piece of you that you have. You literally can do anything. You can lose that weight. You can do that competition. You can get into that dress. You can do anything if you really put your mind to it and you say it to yourself every single day. Make it that thought into a belief, and I promise you, there is nothing you can't accomplish. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of affirmations. I have my own affirmation. I'll share it in another video. I'll do a whole affirmation video for another Wellness Wednesday tip. But I want you to think about your own affirmations. Write them down. Put them on your mirror first thing in the morning while you're brushing your teeth, and read your affirmations to yourself. Say them out loud. Say them to yourself every single day, multiple times throughout the day, till you believe it to be true. Okay? I believe that I'm going to change people's lives. I believe that. The reason why I believe that is because I changed my own life, and I already have countless customers and clients that I have actually helped. So I believe that I can actually change the world. I believe that. I may be a small piece of that change, but I believe I can do that. I believe that I can help that woman who is struggling with weight loss. I believe I can, because I was that woman. I believe I can help that mother get her body back. Why? Because I was that mother. I believe that I can do all of these things. I say this to myself every day. I love to help people. I want people to believe in themselves. You are beautiful at every stage of your life. There is something that's going to always change, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad change. You just got to accept it and just own it. Like when I look at my body now, do I look like do I look like the bodybuilder that I was in 2014? No, not at all. I'm actually about 30 pounds heavier than I was back in 2014. Am I mad at myself for that? No, not at all. Because I love the way my body still looks. I may not have that weight that I had back then. Doesn't mean that I can't get there, but I'm still loving myself right now because I have a different goal for myself right now. As I told you guys, I want to be a power builder. So look like a bodybuilder, have the strength of a power lifter. It's going to make my body look a little different. And I understand that, and I'm okay with that. You guys got to think about your own goals for yourself too. If it's weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, toning up, whatever it is, don't look at somebody else's picture and go, oh, I want to look like her. Or I want to look like him. You want to look like you. You want to take whatever you got, this vessel that you have right here, and you want to make it a better version of you. Okay? So just believe that you can do that. All right? Because we can't be nobody else but ourselves. So again, that belief process, that mindset, you are in control of you. You control what you want to think, and you control how you're going to react to things. If you have a bad day, if you fall off the wagon, that's okay. Acknowledge it, accept it, and make a plan for what you're going to do better the next day. Take things one day at a time. If you try to look at it as one big picture, you're destined to fail. I can tell you that just from experience. You're destined to fail. Because, okay, like for example, a lot of people fall off on the weekend. Right? So let's say they fall off on the weekend, they come on, Monday, like, okay, I'm going to do right. They get to work, and all of a sudden they have the donuts and everything else out there, and they're like, oh, I'll just partake. And then they feel bad later. Like, well, I messed up this Monday, so this whole week is shot. That is an awful, awful mindset to have. That just means, okay, I fell off Saturday, Sunday, fell off on Monday, but Tuesday, I'm going to change that mind. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to change my thought process. I'm going to start off Tuesday. Tuesday's my new Monday. And you can do that. You don't always have to start on a Monday to make a lifestyle change. I know a lot of people think that they have to. Some people want to wait till the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year could be right today, October the 7th. You can do this right now. Make that change if you want to. Just know that you are in control of it all. All right. Again, my name is Alcinextreme. I do hope you like and subscribe my page. I hope to give you guys more inspirational thoughts, more information about nutrition, workouts, weight loss, healthy weight gain, anything that you need. Leave a comment to me below. If there's something that you think that I can improve on, I'm always open to suggestion. I'm open ears. I would love to hear from you guys. And again, also you can follow me on my, or you can actually, you can visit my website, www.alcinextreme.com. You can find my Facebook group. It's Alcinextreme Operation Transform Her /him, because we are always inclusive. Okay. And I would love for you to find me on Facebook, my Alcinextreme fitness page, and on Instagram. I'll make sure to put all the links below for you. Please follow me, and thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye.